So we're officially day 2 now, and excuse my appearance. I haven't moved from my dressing gown from this spot, apart from to the bed and to the toilet. And actually I have been cooking a little bit, making some breakfast, but it's now afternoon, but I thought I'd pop on here and tell you my update. As you can see, got a nice spot here. I just popped it, so it's literally like, yeah, it's huge, guys. I never get spots, but I think since I've been doing the progesterone, I've just got, it was only one. I haven't got anything else, but I just have one there, but it was actually a double spot. It was like a spot on a spot. So excuse that and my pseudo cream I put on it. But I thought I'd just do a little update on how I've been feeling since the embryo transfer yesterday. So it's been, what is it now? It's 3:30. What's the time? I think about 3 o'clock in the afternoon on, what's the day today? Sunday. Had my embryo transfer yesterday morning. It's currently Sunday afternoon and I'm chilling here. Just thought I'd update you on how I'm feeling. So I have still been having these sort of scratchy, proddy, pinpricky, crampy. They're not like cramps, because cramps are like, when I think cramps, I think like period cramps. But I'm getting like pinpricky movements. And obviously yesterday I said this was like normal from when I had it last time, but it actually wasn't, because I remember last time I'd look back on my notes, I had like one hook feeling in the night of the transfer, like a pulling hook, and I thought, oh, that was weird, because it woke me up. But this one, it continued. When I got on the story yesterday, it continued for ages, like all afternoon, all evening, just this feeling, just going same spot, left side, all evening. And then I slept absolutely fine, didn't feel anything all night. I slept so well and I feel so calm, I feel so regulated. And I think that's the progesterone. It does make you feel really calm and sleepy. But yeah, I'm feeling really good in myself and really relaxed. And then this morning, I wasn't really feeling anything. But apart from extreme thirst, oh my God. Like I woke up during the night with extreme thirst, and then fell straight back to sleep. And then again in the morning when I woke up at 7:30, my mouth dry thirst. And I drank so much yesterday, and I'm drinking so much today, and I'm still super thirsty. More thirsty than hungry. But I remember this last time with the progesterone after transfer, I started to not get that hungry and just more thirsty. So I know that's definitely the progesterone. But my levels were high yesterday. I don't think I even mentioned, they did a progesterone blood test a few days ago, and the results come back saying that really high. They were really happy with it, really good. So I was like, great. And I've been intuitively listening to my body of when I need the pessaries. I'm supposed to do morning and night, but you're supposed to do it after you're emptying your bowels, and I'm not really that regular because I'm constipated with progesterone. So I wait until I empty my bowels, pop one in, and then I wait like 12 hours, and then I pop another one in. But it seems to be, it moves around with my bowel movements, because there's no point popping one in and then going again, because I did that once and I was like, well, what's the point? It's probably not even going to work anyway. So I'm sort of trusting my body that I'm just doing it regularly. But like I said, the progesterone was really good. And then, other symptoms. So this morning when I then sat back down here just after breakfast, had a nice cacao and took my prenatals, and then I literally just sat down just to chill out and, be outside. I've got a gorgeous view out here. I've just been looking outside, watching a little bit of telly. And then again, I got these feelings again. I was like, oh, okay, still going then. They're very slight, not as much as yesterday, because yesterday was a lot worse, but still the same point. Like I can pinpoint on my belly where it was. I definitely don't remember that last time, like it being so specific and on one side. So I'm hoping that's good news, because I've looked at other 2-week symptoms and what you feel after embryo transfer, and this is apparently quite a good sign. So fingers crossed. And obviously I've got 2 in there as well, so I'm guessing it's going to be double if they both are good embryos, right? Then about midday, I started getting each side of my boob, so like here and this side here, just started getting like weird dull ache, but like fluttery dull ache on either side, and then suddenly got nipple sensations, and I was like, oh, okay, that's weird. And then I'm like feeling them, and they don't feel sore to touch, but without touching them I was suddenly feeling some sensations, and I've never had that before. So I noticed that being different. So I was like, well, that's random. But then it went, and then it came back again, and then it went. So I was like, okay, that's strange. But I thought I'd just note that. And then I've had a headache, and that was another thing I had yesterday. I don't know if I mentioned, but I had a headache towards the evening last night, and then I've had a headache pretty much all day. Like, it's just there. It's like, it's not a 10 out of 10, it's like a 5 out of 10, just there, like you're noticing it, manageable, don't need to take anything. But I've been drinking so much water because I'm so thirsty, so I'm like, it's not dehydration. So could it be the progesterone? Obviously, but again, everyone says it's a good sign, so you know, we'll see. I know, like, everything, I had so many symptoms last time, I had so many, and I probably will go into a bit more detail comparing both symptoms. But what last one was being a failed transfer, and what hopefully this one will be a positive one. But I'm noticing different. I'm like the difference between them. So it does feel different. So we'll see. All I can just do is just wait patiently and hope for the news that I really, really want. So yeah, I thought I'd check in with you guys and just let you know how I'm feeling on the day post transfer, and I'll keep you guys updated. Good morning on this lovely sunny day. It's so beautiful out here. So it's currently day 3 past embryo transfer, to embryo transfer. And yeah, I wanted to update you on my symptoms. I didn't do a video yesterday on day 2, but I woke up very, very emotional. Strangely emotional. And a lot was just I was very sensitive, very agitated, very hormonal, and I actually spent the whole morning crying. And then, yeah, it was just really a lot to process, and as well as the emotions, I had such bad backache, like lower backache, and it felt like my uterus was like being pulled down, like being stretched or something, just this dull ache the whole day yesterday. So I literally was just on that sofa doing nothing, just watching videos and watching movies and stuff, and just really relaxing. And yeah, they started to ease off a little bit towards the end of the day, which was quite nice, because I ended up going just around to my brother's next door, and saw the nephew and niece, which was really nice. I had some baby love just then, and yeah, and then yeah, when I come back, I don't know what it was yesterday, my hormones, David's hormones, but a lot came up yesterday between David and I, and I think just like the pressure really hit us, and yeah, I came back because we were having a bit of a, like, where my emotions were high, his emotions were high, we sort of had to take a minute just to relax. But yeah, later on in the evening we sort of sat together, and I sort of just said, I asked him like, what's going on, like, now my hormones are balanced, I can help and just see, you know, if he's okay and how he's dealing with it. And yeah, and a lot came up for him as well, and he shed a tear, which was really sweet, and allowed him to release and process that he needs to take care of him, you know, like, he's supporting me through this process, but also he's having to support his children, he has to support the job, like he had to take over the calls yesterday, and it's a lot for him as well. So we're just having to navigate that. But I said to him, like, he realised, he was like, yeah, I need support. If I'm supporting you in the whole business and family, like, I also need to support myself. I was like, yes, you do. So I'm glad that he moved through that emotion, and we ended up just chilling for the rest of the evening. In the night time, nothing really much happened, although I woke up with a real big wave of nausea. It's really weird. And then I just had some drink because I was really thirsty in the night. Had some water and then went back to bed, and I was absolutely fine. Yeah, woke up not as crampy, which was great. I actually went for my first full walk. I went for a bit of a walk yesterday just to stretch, because my backache was so like intense. It said apparently to like move your hips and go on a little walk. But yeah, today I managed to do the full walk, which was nice. And yeah, just really mild now. I would say like yesterday was not mild, it was like a really heavy feeling. Yeah, the twinges were there. I had a little bit on my right side this time. Don't know, like, obviously I've got 2 embryos, so it could be both of them doing something. Fingers crossed, obviously. But yeah, first day was like the left side, then the second day I started feeling on the end of the second day I started feeling on the right side. So yeah, I've had a couple of those twinges again on the right side today, but then I feel like everything's sort of calming down a bit, like, and I think that's normal, like where my body's adjusting. But yeah, other than that, like, I don't feel as emotional today, which is lovely. I feel really grounded, I feel really calm, I feel really just balanced, which is really nice. So I'm just enjoying the sunshine and I'm just taking care of my body. I've got a nice cacao and I had some fruit earlier, which was lovely. So yeah, day 3 past transfer, feeling good. Don't feel any urges to test because I'm actually just enjoying like feeling my body and like noticing things, not being fixated, but just like, oh, like something's going on. And ChatGPT, oh my god, my best friend. Anytime I'm feeling something, or like when I process it at the end of the day, when I write down my notes, because obviously I'm updating you guys on live updates, but I just type in like today, I noticed that my body was slowing down, like it wasn't as crampy as yesterday, and it said that that's totally normal. Like if I did have an early implantation, then it would have been, then it only takes a couple of days and then your uterus sort of, it stretches and the blood flow comes in and then it kind of balances out, and it's actually normal for like day 3 to 5 that it starts slowing down and it's not as intense, because it was definitely intense. Like the first day of transfer, second day of transfer were very, very, very intense, like Saturday, Sunday and Monday. I guess it's like 3 days, but I don't know why they say day 0 is the transfer day is day 0, but I'm counting this as like my 3rd, but actually it's like my 4th day because I had it in the morning. But look, numbers, it doesn't matter. But yeah, first day, the day of transfer, so much was going on. Like 8 hours past the transfer, I could feel a lot of scratching, a lot of pin pricking, all in the same space. That continued all evening. In the morning, slightly. Then that evening, it started going to my right side, and I started feeling twinges there. Then, yeah, and then that following day, I had just pure backache and leg ache, top of the leg ache. ChatGPT again said this is so normal. It actually tells you what's going on in your body. Like if you just put your symptoms into ChatGPT, it can give you a full description of like what's going on in your body, which is so amazing. Obviously, we don't know if it is that, but just for like peace of mind to understand like what's going on, it's so great. So yeah, just every now and then if I'm feeling something like in the day, I'll just pop it in and be like, is this normal on day 3 or whatever it is, and then it will come back and be your best friend and just say this, that and the other. And it will also say what is like the hormonal reaction. So obviously I'm on progesterone pessaries, so it will say that as well, that it could be this, but then it also could be, so it's quite nice, like okay, so it could be just the progesterone, but I know what it was like last time because I've got another transfer to compare it to, and I've definitely got a lot more going on crampy wise this time than last time. Like last time I tried to find my notes from last time, which is so annoying. I think I accidentally deleted them, but even David was like, I don't think you had this much going on last time. I think I remember having a hook feeling in the night time, just like a hook, and then I remember having bad cramps on the day after, but it felt like contraction cramps, like it really bad. So I was thinking, well, I don't know if it's supposed to be this, but I had to breathe my way through it. Whereas this time it hasn't been like that. It's just been like noticeable things, but then my back cramp was like a consistent one, not just like, I think it was like 20 minutes or something like that. It was on the way home, I remember last time, where it was just really intense out of nowhere. And I feel that was my body rejecting the embryo the day after. So I obviously, like now looking back, I can see that, because after that I had no cramping whatsoever after day 2, like nothing. Whereas now here I'm on like technically day 4, but day 0, day 1, day 2, day 3, still 4 days. I'm feeling still a lot. So I'm hoping that's a positive sign. And also I'm feeling so different, because even though last time I wasn't cramping with the progesterone, I felt so many symptoms with, like, I think because of after egg collection and how I had so many, I had like 8, 9 follicles that had grown quite big, and I was taking the progesterone. Like, I felt a lot of progesterone like symptoms, because even though the cramping had stopped, I was feeling nauseous, I had food aversions, I felt like something was just not right. Like I was feeling so anxious, which I don't know if it was anxiety causing me like nausea and food aversions, but I just remember just feeling awful for like just like the 5 days before the pregnancy test, even though I had 0 cramps. Whereas this time I had more cramps and I don't feel anything. Like I don't have any food aversions or anything like I did last time so early on. So I think maybe my hormones have like leveled that out, even though they're high enough when they did the progesterone. I just think having not gone straight from an egg collection and doing it on a natural cycle, I think my body's just more in balance. That's how it feels. So I'm so glad I did a natural cycle. So I'm hoping this really helps my body just self-regulate, you know. But yeah, I thought I'd share that information. So it's definitely different compared to last time, and I know different is good. So, good morning, everyone. Oh my god, the sun's so bright. Oh, I don't even know what day we are. Are we like day 5 into 6?
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, but I don't think you count Saturday.
6. Of course you count
5
Saturday.
to
Saturday
6.
morning.
Yeah, I know. So let's say
near enough a day.
Day 5 to 6. Now we're officially on day 5 to 6. That's how I'm going to say it from now. 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. So yeah, we are. I didn't do a video yesterday, but how was I feeling yesterday? Was I feeling aggy? I just like, I feel like I definitely had a few mood swings.
You're
like,
a bit touchy, you're a bit grouchy at the moment.
I'm definitely like sensitive.
It's
that's
like
all I can
putting
say.
your hands in a bee's nest or a hornet's nest.
Okay, that's a bit extreme. That's really extreme.
No, but I've noticed you've been, I don't know whether that's the progesterone.
Yeah, no, just a bit touchy with you.
Touchy,
but in myself though, without you,
without me.
I've been feeling
Without
really
me
good.
prodding the bear.
Without you, I've been feeling really good. Really grounded. I still was cramping yesterday though, wasn't I? I definitely had some movement, like some feeling there, which is good because I didn't have that last time. I think all feeling left after a day. Oh, next day.
Something does feel different.
It does feel different. And I woke up this morning saying, I feel like this could have worked. Like, you know, I don't want to get my hopes up, but just
Because we done this last time when we got soul destroyed.
No, but come on, no, last time it was like I was very disassociated from my body, just thinking, no, this is the time. Like, it was like I convinced myself this was the time last time. Whereas this time I'm like, I'm not convinced it's the time, but at the same time I'm very much connected to, if it's the time, my body's going to tell me. I've done it the other way around this time. Like, I'm not, like, I think I was really attached to the outcome last time, just because I really wanted a Christmas conception and tell my family over Christmas. I was very attached to that. But this time I'm not. Like, it just feels different. That's all I can say. So I'm really hoping that's a positive sign. I feel different. I feel like things are moving. My mouth, oh my God. So yesterday and the same as today, my symptoms are the same. So this one I'm updating you now. Dry mouth. I'm so thirsty all the time, which means I'm peeing all the time. And like, my mouth just feels dry all the time. Doesn't matter how much I drink, it's still dry. So that's a different symptom, because I never got that last time.
Do you know, the thing is, it's like, it's hard to really know because your progesterone levels are so high.
Yeah, but I didn't have this last time.
You didn't?
My symptoms last time, I did get food aversions. Like, nothing was, I didn't want to eat anything. Whereas this time I'm actually really hungry. I'm hungry all the time. Whereas last time I couldn't eat. Do you remember I lost so much weight last time? I lost 3 kilos, like 6 pounds in like.
Yeah, but you was on a lot of drugs leading up to it.
I know, but that's what I think.
It's so hard in IVF, isn't it? Because you don't know what's drugs and what's what.
What's what? It does confuse
but
you.
It does
but
feel
I
different,
do feel different.
But I don't want to fucking jinx it.
No, I know. But at the end of the day, look, we're only going to know when we test. But I love, like, every day sort of just checking in with my body, noticing how I feel. My dreams are weird. They're different. My dreams are different. Vivid, but I don't remember them as much. I had
bad dreams last night.
Did you? Yeah, I was having I've had very strange. I just had different dreams. Like, it feels different. And then when I woke up this morning, I was like, I feel different. But you know, it's a good
really
sign.
Hot.
I'm still hot.
Really hot.
Like, hot temperature wise.
Oh no, I was on about hot.
Oh. Oh my God, the tree's like on me. So, yeah, dry mouth, thirsty, headaches, and like I get like random headaches, but they just go away. They like come and they're like here, and then they go away, and then they come again, and then they go away. Constant thirst. So that's that's new. But other than that, I'm feeling really good in myself. Like, I'm feeling really positive. I'm feeling positive. I'm feeling grounded. I'm feeling calm. Yes, I'm a bit touchy. Can't lie. But I don't mind. Like, I'm just he irritates me.
That's nice, isn't it?
I know, but you have been a bit less irritating since you've shifted, because something you've shifted.
Yeah, I've been moving through some stuff within myself as well. You can't help but be a bit more irritable when you move through things. I've been poking you a little bit recently, which hasn't
You have
really
been poking me,
me,
which is doing my head in, and that's why I'm just like, I'm sensitive, and I'm just like, why do you need to say that?
I've also been digging a grave around the back there behind closed doors.
Stop making jokes.
This doesn't work.
This is not funny. Oh, you put me in it.
No, I'm putting myself in there.
Oh, okay.
I'm burying
Good, not
myself.
me.
I can't handle it anymore.
Yeah, but you've been through some pressure. I know that. You've been feeling a lot. But I don't know, you've shifted. I feel like you've shifted. You're definitely happier and a bit more pleasant to be around. I think with my hormones and then your mood, so I'm just like, oh, like this is the least I need right now. I need support. But I feel like you turned the pages when you messaged me yesterday saying that you were really sorry.
I shifted. I think I moved through some stuff.
Yeah, that you want to be there. And you said something about, I'm going to be the best father and the best husband to you. And I was like, oh, and I started crying in the nail shop. And that's the point. I got my nails done yesterday. Gone for the pink. Same with my toes. Oh, I didn't show you my toes.
They're no longer red.
They're no longer red. They're pink, the same as this. Do you like this colour?
It's very nice.
So nice. It's called Pearl Pink. Really nice. Biab with a gel on top. So yeah, that was a nice distraction for yesterday. I feel like I've been housebound for the last 5 days. So went to the nail shop.
20 degrees.
I know. We're gonna have a nice picnic, aren't we, outside?
Mm.
I'm gonna go get ready and go for a walk. I've had my cacao this morning.
I'm gonna go to the gym.
Yeah, just trying to keep the blood moving. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this sunshine. But I just feel really calm. I feel really just, I don't know, it just feels really nice.
We're going to top up our Dubai tans today.
Oh yes, that'd be nice. But just feeling very grateful. And you said you felt very grateful yesterday.
I've been feeling super grateful for today.
Yeah, just grateful for
Just
life.
for everything. We're in a really great place in our lives.
Our business is going well, and
but then at the same time, like when you're going through it, it's recognising, wow, just how much we're dealing with. We're dealing with a growing business that requires so much of our attention. And then we're dealing with IVF.
Growing baby.
Children. So much going on.
But I don't know, I feel like we're handling it. Like we've been expanded.
Once you move through the emotional heaviness that comes up,
space.
and then you're expanded, and then you're more grounded and present again, and it's just like, okay, this is cool.
You
we
just
can
show
do
up.
this.
Show up when you show up. You've still got an ad to make.
Yeah, it's not even on that list. Just enjoy the
we've
sun.
We've got a list, but we're just, one moment at a time. We're living in the moment, right? But yeah, feeling good today, guys, and we will update you. Well, what's the day? So it's 5 to 6. It's 5 to 6? Day 6? Oh my god, we tested nearly this time last time. We're going to wait. We're going to wait it out a few more
7 days at least.
Yeah, we're going to wait until the weekend.
No earlier than Saturday.
No.
You were thinking Friday, weren't you? Friday's tomorrow. No, this Saturday. 7 days. 6 days.
Yeah, day 7 you normally get.
Yesterday was actually a test.
I know. Oh, even just thinking that, I'm like nervous. It's just like, oh god.
It is big though, because if it doesn't work, we've got no eggs left, and then we have to, no embryos left, and then we have to redo the whole cycle again.
Yep.
And it is, IVF is, it puts a lot of
a
appointments, a lot of stress, a lot of.
We're waiting. We're going to have another few months off. Wait until August time, I think. Wait until summer. But look, we kind of don't even want to think about that, because we're in that mindset of like, look, let's just be in the present. This is happening now. But at the same time, we're surrendered to the outcome. So.
And life is really good.
And life is good at the moment.
With or without children, life is fucking incredible at the moment. So we cannot complain. Just with children, it'll just be the icing on the cake. We'll be complete then. We'll have everything we could possibly want.
Yeah. Yes.
Really, everything we could possibly want, we would have once we have children.
And then the rest is just a cherry on top. But anyways, lots of love, guys. Check in the next, we'll do another few day update if anything changes. Good morning, everyone. Happy day 6 to 7 post transfer. I thought I'd just do a little check-in and let you know that pretty much same symptoms, nothing's changing. Sorry, my dog is deciding to bark at the neighbours. It's okay, do you know? But yeah, I had again yesterday after I spoke to you guys, just cramps again, pretty much all day, just consistent backache, just feeling like the back of my uterus, I can just feel like just a pressure and a pulling. And then randomly in the night, well, not in the night, but like just before I went to bed watching telly, I felt like, I don't know, like felt like a pulling sensation in my actual, it's probably TMI, but like I felt like a pulling sensation like through like through the vagina bit, like it literally feels like something's pulling down. Sorry if that's TMI, but I don't know what that was. And I was like, I had to check if there was like something coming out or something. So I don't know what that was. That was really strange. But yeah, but I don't know if that's my body just producing more CM, and it did feel a little bit wet down there. So I don't know what that was, but yeah, that felt a bit strange, but that was only like a couple of times it felt like twingy and weird and pulling down. But I'm hoping that's a good sign. And then yeah, I had cramps pretty much all night, and still this morning just feels like I've got period pains, but not as bad as period pains. Although my period pains aren't actually that bad anymore. I normally don't get them until I've actually come on. I don't get any pre-cramping, yeah, pre-period. So I know it's not the period, but it just feels like it's just something's going on down there. So which still, that is feeling to me a good sign, because I never had this last time. And I was just sharing on my story about how everything, all my symptoms that I had last time, I don't have this time. And I wanted to kind of explain that a little bit further, because I don't think many people talk about the anxiety that comes with IVF. I don't know if it's just IVF, but I've never had it before, like pre-IVF in any other 2-week wait when we were sort of naturally trying. So yeah, just after my transfer, I think a couple of days in, I only had cramps for 2 days after the transfer, a little bit crampy on the day after. It was like I felt dizzy and I felt like contractions, and this was where now looking back, I think that was my body rejecting it. But after that, didn't have any cramps, like no cramps. It was more just, I had like, basically I had food aversion last time. My appetite completely went, lost loads of weight, and I felt nauseous, and my anxiety. I didn't talk about this before, but I wanted to come on here and just talk, because the anxiety, I didn't know if it was the anxiety making me nauseous and feeling all these things. But I remember that day 5 last time, when I went to my acupuncture, well, I was booked in, but I was so anxious. I woke up so anxious, and I didn't know what was wrong with me, and I just didn't feel right. And I went to go to the acupuncturist, and then my car key wasn't working, so I was stuck at I was basically stuck at the petrol station because I couldn't get the car to work. It was literally not turning on, and it wasn't even one of the cars that you could take out the key and take off the push button and put it in. I literally was stuck. So luckily, well, I was there for about half an hour until I realised that I should just ring the husband, and then he then said, oh, you put the key by the dashboard and then you can press on, and it worked. But anyways, I missed my acupuncture appointment, but then I rung her and I said, look, I'm so sorry, I'm late, and I was really, like, never normally this anxious. I said, oh, my anxiety is like through the roof. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's making me feel all of these horrible things, like nausea, I feel sick, I can feel the feeling now of just how I felt. And she was like, right, get over here as soon as you can. You know, the acupuncture will help reset and calm your central nervous system and just help your anxiety. So I was like, okay. But I was even nervous to go to acupuncture. I don't know why. Day 5, I just felt so weird. I'd already felt it coming up, but it wasn't as bad. Like, I had waves of anxiety, but that day was just a lot. Anyways, I went down to acupuncture, and the whole 45 minutes when I was sitting in acupuncture, I had full body tremors, like the whole body, like full on tremors. And I was quite calm in it, because I was like, there's nothing I can do about this right now. She put 2 in my arms to help me with the nausea, and she did say, look, this progesterone can make you feel like this. And obviously I'd come past, I did a fresh transfer, so obviously everything was in my system then, so it could have just been like my progesterone was too high. I don't know, look, I'm not a doctor, but intuitively I knew something was off balanced. I just couldn't eat anything, and yeah, it was just a weird few days around that time. But anyways, that acupuncture, 45 minutes, I was just like whole body was shaking, and I couldn't stop it. Even if I tried, couldn't stop it. So I just had to allow it to just tremor through me. And after about 40 minutes, just 10 minutes before she came in, 5-10 minutes before she came in, it just passed, it just stopped. And then suddenly I felt okay, like I felt normal. And it was like a bit of a traumatic experience, I mean, not gonna lie. But whatever it did, it moved something through me. And then afterwards she came in, she was like, is everything okay? I was like, well, I wasn't 10 minutes ago, but I'm okay now. I feel okay, I feel like it's passed. Anyways, and from that moment, I remember going home, and then I felt nothing. Like, it was like all my symptoms had just gone. So anything I thought, because I thought I was pregnant, because I had all of these feelings and this, like, I couldn't eat, food aversions. I was like, oh, this is all pregnancy symptoms. So, but then I started freaking out about it. and it was like, but I want to be pregnant, but I'm freaking out that I'm feeling this way. And just all of the fear was just coming up. And yeah, so, but after that acupuncture, obviously it was like the day later, I think I tested, and I said to David, I was like, I don't feel anything, like nothing whatsoever. So was it the hormones? Was it just my anxiety? Was it something was super out of balance? I don't know. You don't know, but I just felt like whatever the acupuncture did just allowed the energy to pass, because I've had moments where I've had some healing, some quantum healing or some light working healing, breathwork somatics, Reiki, and I've had these tremors before. So, and I've always known it's energy passing, like my fear, because my body has been riddled with fear for 34 years, and it's something I've been really working on. So, but whatever it was, I knew it had left, and like I felt super calm after. And obviously, yes, it was a negative, and then I was like, and I kind of did think, because I was like, that was the only symptoms, but now I feel nothing. So I was just obviously confused. And obviously the pregnancy results, it was like, okay, look, it was literally no line. And then even though it was super early, because it was only day 6, I still knew, like, over Christmas, and I was just like, I still don't feel anything. Like, I just feel a little bit warmer than normal, but then that's the progesterone. So yeah, look, that was last time. But this time, I'm just so grateful for how, like, more grounded and calm I feel, how, like, more present I feel, how much more trust I have in my body. I just feel different. And I think that, you know, with IVF, like, if you really lean into the lessons that it teaches you, and, you know, I think I recognized, like, how fearful I was, and I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but my fear was a lot on, like, basically when my mum was pregnant with me and my brother, she had that, I don't even know the word for it, but she was basically hospitalized because she was so sick, and then she actually nearly died with my brother. And I think it was just that fear of, like, is that going to happen to me? And, like, being so out of control of, it's a complete unknown, right, how your body's going to respond. And I think just that anxiety really came up to the forefront on that first round of, like, the fact that I possibly could be. I think my body was just really freaking out. And I've heard, like, you know, in your womb, obviously I know this anyways, but, like, in your womb you carry all your stored emotion, right? But if you're carrying a lot of anxiety and you're carrying a lot of fear, that can really affect implantation as well. Like, whether or not the embryo is good or not, like, if your body is really holding a lot of emotion, a lot of fear, this can be a real, like, a spiritual blockage and a physical blockage, that your womb doesn't feel safe enough to allow it to implant, to have that connection, you know, that connection from embryo to womb, if the womb is holding on to a lot of fear. And I definitely felt like last time was like an opportunity for my body to, like, you know, release that fear and to move through that fear, because of how different I feel now. And I just think if I hadn't have moved through that and allowed my body to release that fear and lent into that anxiety and just surrendered to it, of, like, this is, like, how my body's really reacting, I think it would have just continued. And I'm just like, and every day I just feel now, like, I'm just so grateful of how safe I feel in my body. And I've never, in 34 years, I'm telling you guys, I've never had this much safety in my body and trust in the universe, and, like, of, like, this is, like, yeah, this is just the best I've ever felt. And whether or not it does happen, like, it's so God's plan, like, I'm so surrendered to it. But the lessons that I've learned on my conception journey, on the pregnancy journey, on, like, trying to conceive, it's really navigated me, I feel, to this moment. And I can feel that. And it's just that whole part of, like, trusting in the timing. And look, I don't know if this is the right time, but only God knows, right, if this is going to work for me. But I definitely know that I'm in a position where I've never felt so safe and so, like, welcoming in my baby without that fear and anxiety that I had before. So whether or not it is this time, I just know that, and I'm so proud of myself of how what I moved through the end of last year has led me to this moment of, like, okay, now I'm ready. And I'm like, if my body's ready, I know, I trust that the timing should be right. But if it's not, that's out of my control as well. There's more lessons to learn, and I'm, like, welcoming the lessons. You know, you can't predict what's going to happen, and you can't just be like, right, I'm ready, that this is going to be it, and control the situation. But at the same time, it's like, I'm really in trust with like, okay, if whatever the result is, I'm going to feel it. I'm not going to try and hold my emotions back because I don't want to feel the pain of it not being positive. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like at the point where I'm like, I'm going to lean into it. And I was like this last time, to be fair, because I'm like, right, if it is a negative, I'm going to deal with it, and I'm going to deal with it like well. And I do, and I did deal with it well, and I moved through that, and I dusted it off, and I carried on, and I had such a good January, February, and obviously, well, we were back into it in March, but you know, a couple of months of just getting my body back to normal, and I was so surrendered, and everyone was like, oh my God, you've just like dealt with it so well, like, you know, after the no. And I was like, yeah, because I really lent into feeling the disappointment. Like every time I've had a negative result, I've had a really good cry, and I'm not scared of feeling it, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not scared, because I know I'm going to move and process it well, and then I'm going to move on with it, because that's just part of life, you know? So whatever the outcome, whether or not it's going to be a really good outcome and I'm going to feel so much joy and so much happiness and so much love that I've never felt, at the same time, you just know, like, whatever is being shown to you, you've got to move through it. Don't hold back the tears or pretend that you're okay when you're not okay. Just be okay with not being okay. Lean into it, move through the emotions, let the emotions pass, and then it's like, and then you're not holding on to it. And it also helps you, because I'm now not, if I didn't process it last time and I really shut that off, and I was just like, no, I've just got to shut it off and push it down, you're going to fear it happening again the next time. It's just going to then resurface again. So you're always having these resurfacing moments if you're not leaning into the emotion of the negative. Do you know what I mean? So, like, because I know I processed that really well, it took me a couple of days to really lean in and move through it. And even when I posted the video it was like a few weeks later, it resurfaced again, and I leant through it, and I moved, and I cried, and I let it go. But because I'd processed that emotion now of the last disappointment isn't in my body. Do you see that? So then now it's like, I'm not dreading a negative. It's like, I'm just like, well, if it happens, I'm going to move through the emotion of it. So I really recommend, like, everyone, like, if you are on this trying to conceive journey, just literally allow yourself to just feel what you feel. Don't judge yourself, just completely lean in. And when I say lean in, I'm talking about like contraction lean in, like full on lean into the emotion. Let the tears flow, let it go, because that's your body's way of letting go of something, letting go of some, you know, disappointment, and all these feelings are so valid. Validate everything and let it pass, because then you're not carrying it onto the next one. But yeah, I thought I'd just give that information, because it's definitely been part of my journey, and it's also how I've I'm not afraid of, I've had so many negatives now, I'm not afraid of it. I'm like, if it's not the timing, it's not the timing, and we're going to figure it out. Like, if we have to go again, we're going to go again. Like, we've already said, like, look, if it doesn't happen this time, obviously we've got no eggs left from that round, but you know, that's only my first round, so we'll go again. But I already decided that we'll probably do it in another country, a little bit cheaper, and they plus a embryo test, which is something that, you know, if the embryos aren't okay, obviously my body's not going to accept them. But if it doesn't happen this time, it's probably because of the embryos. So I'm gonna, because I know my body's in a good place to receive. So then I'm like, right, okay, so the next time we'll do it all again, but this time we'll make sure we test all the embryos, so then at least we can eliminate that and know that if it's that. So I've already got that, you know, another time, if that's the case, it's like, okay, I've accepted that we'll go again. But it's then not put so much hope on these last, you know, the last two. Like, if they're good, my body's going to accept them. If they're not, my body's not, and I'm totally okay with that. And then, you know, we just have to just trust that in the timing of it all. But I am looking forward to testing. We are going to probably test in a few days, it being a week tomorrow that I actually had the transfer. So we're going to probably test maybe a day or so after that. But I'm going to make sure that my body's ready for it. Make sure my body's like saying, right, yeah, we'll test. Because what I don't want to do is get such a faint line that you're like questioning it, and then you've got to go again. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do that to myself. I'd rather it know that, okay, I'm going to get a good fat positive or just a fat negative, but I don't want to have that in between thing. So we're trying to delay it as much as possible. So yeah, we'll just see if we feel it Sunday, because I know most people do get a good double line 8 days past transfer. So and plus I'm due on the period officially. If I was to come on the period, I'd be on Sunday as well. So if I don't come on, then I'm gonna test, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I hope that little spiel helped you guys on your journey, and to know that you just got to listen to your body and move through the emotions of this roller coaster ride. A very different morning this morning, a week past transfer, and I can't stop crying. Oh my god, I'm so emotional. It's crazy. The hormonal shifts are real. I thought I'd just share how I'm feeling today. Not that I have much words, but I can't stop crying. It's hard. And I don't even know what I'm feeling, I'm just crying. Oh dear. But I'm gonna be okay. Moving through the emotion. Watching David and Brad playing football. Oh, it's such a weird feeling. I can't even describe it, guys. It just genuinely feels hormonal. My body's changing, and I've read something as well that just made me just like, seriously, ChatGPT is just amazing. It's like my comfort support right now. But yeah, it's funny. It's like when I know in my head, it's like I'm feeling like an anxiousness to test, right? We were saying, oh, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, but I think we were going to wait until next week now, just to like 100% be sure. But I have this like conflicting, because it's getting closer, I'm having that conflicting thing of like, I'm not sure, and then suddenly I'm like, and then I tune into my body and I'm like, my body, I feel like my body's saying it's worked, but then I conflict it with my head going, this, you know, it could be a negative. And I'm just like, oh my god, just that not knowing is such a weird space, and it just, sometimes you feel like amazing and you feel positive and you're like, right, it's fine, patient, we're going to find out soon. You know, analysing the symptoms, oh, what's this? And then sometimes the doubt creeps in and it's just like, oh god, having that dread of like, has it not worked? But yeah, it's just like this. You just gotta move through the motions, guys. Move through the motions. Comfort yourself as much as possible. The body's wisdom. Trust the body's wisdom, that's what I say. Not your head. Oh dear. I got really emotional earlier because I read something about the planets and where we're at right now and what it means, like spiritually, what transition we're moving through, and it just brought me tears to my eyes. It's such a huge time in the universe right now, and if this has happened at this time, it's crazy. And I do feel like my body's ready. I feel like my body's ready. I can't go against that. I've never been this ready before. So if it's happened, my god, it's like this. It's like crazy. But if it hasn't, can you see? It's like, oh, But anyways, moving through the emotion, letting it go, trusting in the timing. And it's not long now, a couple of days more. Come on, Lauren, we've got this. Good morning, beautiful humans. It's officially day 8, and I thought I'd do a quick update on how I'm feeling. Last night, I was like, oh my god, all day yesterday, I just felt, obviously, my mood swings. I know I did a video yesterday how emotional I was, but luckily it kind of passed in the afternoon, but I was so tired. And David took me on a date, and my eyes in the car were like, oh my god, so heavy. But at least the mood rose, which was nice, and we got to enjoy such a nice evening together, some romantic time together, which was lovely. But yeah, the cramps were still going pretty much all day yesterday. And then this morning, I feel like no cramps. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not feeling any cramps anymore, which actually I did ChatGPT just to check that was normal. And if it was implantation, cramping for the last 7 days, literally non-stop, it normally does ease off by 7 to 8, day 7 and 8. It says it eases off, and that means that implantation is complete. Obviously, the fact that I've had 2 embryos transferred, to me, it makes sense because having 2, it's like I went through that pain the first 3 days. I feel like with the first one of them, because I definitely felt scratching just on one side specifically, and then when that was really pulling and cramping, the day after that I felt another scratching, and then the same cycle happened again. This is just like my body, so it would make sense how much cramping I was having if 2 were doing their thing, one after the other. I definitely don't feel like they implanted at the same time, but I definitely had the same thing that happened the first 3 days happened the last 3 days, days 4, 5 and 6. And then just like full just cramping and moodiness yesterday. But today it feels like it's eased off. I don't want to speak too soon, but it feels like it has eased off. And I feel quite clear, I feel quite good. So, which is really nice. It feels like that period, because it felt like really bad period pains. And like I said to you guys before, I'd never get period pains before a period, and I'd actually be due on today, according to my Flow app. But I haven't come on. I don't feel any signs of coming on, which I feel like is a good thing. I feel like I can breathe, where it's just not as pulley and crampy. Yeah, so I'm having a good day today. So far, so good. We're still holding out for testing just because ChatGPT, and obviously the clinic as well, but they just said and I don't want a faint line, but it said that day 7, 8, you can still get a faint line. Even if 2 implanted, I definitely would feel like if they both implanted, one only just completed yesterday or the day before. So I'm just going to hold out until at least day 9 to 12. That's where I'm at. I just don't feel any calling to test right now. I'm just enjoying feeling my body. I'm enjoying like the little, just things that are just going on, and just being in this unknown. It means, it's a weird space to be in, but I'm embracing it. I'm not tempted to test too early. So yeah, we're even thinking, between day 9 and 12. Obviously 12 is like the latest because that's the actual test date, and I'm not going to test after that because we do need to go for bloods. So yeah, anytime from tomorrow to the next few days we'll be testing when it feels right to do so. So I'm going to go for a lovely lunch with my mother today, and yeah, just enjoying the fact that I'm not feeling too crampy today.
You recorded?
I can't breathe. Oh, I'm sorry.